Yes, guys, here we go again. Nick Weber in the house. This is going to be part 4 of that snap adventure. And man, let me tell you, yesterday we had a weather event here in North Carolina. Crazy. Man, I don't understand it. I was out here yesterday wanting to do a video, and it started raining, and we started getting tornado warnings. Man, it was raining sideways out here, wind blowing. And so I shut the doors on the garage and I said, well, I'm gonna try to hang here as long as I can. Man, when I heard that thunder, your boy Nick was out. I ain't messing with no thunder and lightning, son. So here we are, the early part of March. So I guess we're getting ready to get into this weather change phase. I mean, 60 something degrees yesterday, wind and rain, and today it's like the low 50s. So, man, no wonder people always be sick this time of year. In and out, it's crazy. But anyway, I guess we kind of left off with working on this snapper here, getting this deck cleaned up underneath and painted. Got it looking good. So I thought next I'll go into this transmission area and pull all this out. I've already took off this wheel flange on this side. Take this all apart, pull it out, and kind of look at it, clean it up, probably do some painting under there. I'm gonna change these boots out. I mean, the transmission feels good and solid. I really don't wanna go in here and start, messing with the chains and check them out. I guess I should, since it's kind of like a restoring thing, but I'm kind of on the fence with, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But anyway, I'll see as we go along. But my plan is to take this deck off, get it out the way, to make this thing lighter and easier to move around, and so I can see what's going on, and take this transmission out and see what it's looking like. All right, I got that pulled out, and I am gonna change these boots and this clutch disc here. But these chain case assemblies, I really don't want to go inside and messing with them if I don't see any leaks or anything. Like I said, it's tight and seems in good working order. I got a little grease down here on that, but I think that's where this boot was probably leaking. So I'll have to look into that a little bit more to see if I'm gonna mess with those things. I do have gaskets for them though, in the kit that I got. So if I were to pull them apart, I do have new gaskets for them. But it's just a matter if I want to get too involved in that. But the main thing I wanted to change is the boot and this disc. Clean up in here, do a little painting, make it pretty, clean up, re-grease where I need to, and then, put that back together. And like I said, I have another video of my first snapper with me changing all this stuff, so you can go back and look at that one. I'm probably not gonna do it on video with this one. Yes, got the chain case and differential back in. Got the new boots on. New friction wheel on. Got rid of the old stuff. We're gonna get rid of the old stuff. Everything seems to be sliding pretty good. I tell you, man, you had to put grease back on these things. I like to see how Jim, at old Jim's Fix-It Shop, gets these things off and on without getting grease everywhere, because that grease makes a mess. Let me tell you something about Jim. He's probably forgot more than I ever know about these snappers. Yeah, so as you can see, Nick started the paint phase of this project. I've already got some down here where the motor is gonna go back. Started there, and I roughed this up with some sandpaper a little bit, just to give the paint something to stick to. Got my pedals taped off, paint all this, and I'm using this Magic Rust Kill paint, multi-purpose, red. Got it from Tractor Supply, so it's kind of like two-stage protection, rust protection and then paint. So far it's covering pretty good and working pretty good, so that's what I'm using. Yeah, so far that red's coming out pretty nicely. It's covering pretty good so far. I'm digging it. All we gotta do now is hit this steering wheel with some white. Look good. So this part I can't take credit for, but this spreader bar that goes in between these fenders here, see how thin it is? Well, Jim over at Jim's Fix-It Shop gave me this idea. I went and got a piece of steel tubing from Lowe's, cut it to length, and I'm gonna put this spreader bar inside, then mount it here between these fenders. That should beef things up. Thank you, Jim, over at Jim's Fix-It Shop. Great idea. Gotta give him credit. There we go, beefed up that spreader bar, hit it with some pretty red. Man, that's coming together nicely. Yeah, here at Small Engines, motors don't go in a paint booth like a car. We rattle can. Y'all, painting is not my fun thing to do, but when it turns out like this, boy, check this snapper out. I've almost got the entire body done. Man, this thing came out pretty. Check it out. Man, y'all look what your boy Nick did, man. got that white popping off. Man, that white just accents that red in a way I just can't explain. And I don't believe y'all saw it before with the wheels on it, because I just had the frame sitting on the ground all this time. But look at those wheels, man. They came out good. Painted them up a little bit. So once I get the engine back on, get the wiring back hooked up again, when I gotta get belts, battery, that'll be in the next video. Man, that was a nice running snapper right here, boy. This thing came out good, boy. And look here on the front, I've got to get my decals back. So Mrs. Nick, she does all that crafting stuff, so she's gonna make me some more decals. The snapper decal and the Comet decal going down the front. That'll be new and looking good. Man, I'm happy with it, the way this paint came out. So I guess I'll wrap the video up here. I just wanted to show y'all how the paint came out. Even though I'm not a fan of painting, but when it comes out good, man, I'm happy. I ain't gonna lie. So I guess I'll wrap the video up here. And the next one will be, like I said before, we'll put all the stuff back on it and hopefully start this thing and drive it and let y'all see that. And then we'll have a done deal. So, man, y'all go ahead and hit that like for your boy Nick, man. He up there working hard, got things looking good. Oh, I got to get the seat on there, too. The seat cover was trash because it was sitting out in the weather. So, Mrs. Nick going to get me another seat cover and redo my seat and have something to sit on, ride this thing. So in the meantime, y'all go ahead and hit that like for your boy, you know, share it out so I can get more views. Catch y'all on the next one.